MLB bets and analysis Wednesday, August 28th, guys. Hell of a day yesterday. Giants main play win, 3-0 in the analysis. Mets, Rays, Giants, all of them with great odds. Giants were minus 105 at the end of the day. Mets minus 110. Rays, I believe, were plus 115. Great odds, great winners, and we're 2-0 on the week officially. And I'm up $9,545, give or take, 95 units on the week so far. And today, 3-0 is incoming. I love today's action. Big play for today. And I have some exciting news, too, as a matter of fact. The first college football play of the year is tomorrow, guys. Smaller play. I start collecting data week 1, week 2, and then week 3 and week 4, I start playing them a little bit heavier once I see more from these players. So we have 2 college football plays for this week, 1 tomorrow, 1 Saturday. And along with that, even bigger news that you guys are going to be more excited about is, and you guys are probably going to think I'm stupid for doing this, and I think I am, but at the end of the day, I just want to help you guys as much as possible win and grow, right? And see this as an investment rather than a gamble. And everybody in my community, everybody that takes my plays long-term sees it that way, and that's why they're fans of my page and what I do, right? So today only, I'm picking 10 people, and I'm giving them the next 2.5 months of all plays, baseball, basketball, football, everything included, all the way through the end of the World Series, 80% off. 80% off, guys. You're basically going to be paying, I'll put it this way, you're basically going to be paying less than $100 a month for this. So if you guys are interested in this, go ahead and DM me on my personal Instagram, MLB Remainder of Season Pass. I'll send you the link. First 10, that's the limit for today's deal. Lock it in, guys. Today, tomorrow, and Friday are going to be big days, and so you guys know, tomorrow and Friday, I'm not going to be doing these videos. I'll be traveling. So I will be back with these YouTube videos Monday. I'm going to repeat it. I will be back with these videos Monday. A lot of you guys messaged me after I stated in the video that I'm not going to do a video Thursday and Friday. Where's the video? Tomorrow and Friday, there will be no video. I'm traveling. I'll be back Monday. So lock in the pass, guys. Get all my plays. If you guys are making money, invest in yourself. There's no better investment than in yourself. Rather than trying to pick the hottest market, nobody can time the market, man. Not Warren Buffett, not Bill Gates, nobody. Your best shot is to trust the system. Do your due diligence on people that are actually good, putting thousands of dollars on the line, and lock in their pass and think long-term with them. And I promise you guys, if you lock in these 2 months, whoever does it, you guys are going to be thanking me in 2 months and asking me for more. That's typically how it goes. Now, let's get to today's analysis, guys. As I mentioned yesterday, I am doing a giveaway today. The rules were simple, right? Put your lock, tag 2 buddies. A lot of you guys didn't do that, so I'm going to pick the person that, number 1, tagged real people and gave their lock, which is Rodrigo Morales. He gave Cubs, and he actually tagged real people. So Rodrigo, go ahead and message me on Instagram so you get your $100, and I will be doing another one today, and I'll announce it at the end of the video. Now, for today, guys, early games, guys, and unfortunately, one of my plays is an early play, so you guys are not going to get it, and that's the advantage of being in my passing while I'm offering what I'm offering. But nonetheless, I do have 2 plays, and one of them I will be taking. So let's get to it, guys. We got Mets at Arizona yesterday. Yesterday, I had the Mets winning that game, and they did when there was a pitching change at night. But today the situation's a little bit different, right? My line was plus 100, Arizona minus 120, and that's the current line for this game as well. Now, when we look at OPS, Diamondbacks are still at the top. Clearly, guys, I mean, they're dominating. The top 5, Marlins, Blue Jays, Detroit Tigers. The top right now consists of pretty shitty teams, believe it or not. Marlins, Blue Jays, Tigers. Cubs are not shitty, but not the best, right? And the bottom, you got great teams. Orioles, Guardians, Mariners, Rays, but they are not hitting the ball too well as of late, right? So first game I'm going to talk to you guys about is Arizona at Diamondbacks. When we look at these matchups right now, they are rather even, right? Both pitchers have been seen by the opposing team a little bit, right? A couple hits, a couple home runs, nothing too significant. Now, when we look at splits for Severino, he's a pitcher that does much better at home than he does away. Now, we got to factor in the fact that last 2 games for the guy have been pretty impressive. The Marlins game to me wasn't that impressive because it's the Marlins, but versus San Diego, 5 innings pitched, 1 earned run, that is pretty impressive altogether, right? Mets have been trending upwards. They owned this matchup, and yesterday they dominated the matchup again. Lindor is hot. I think he has hit in 25 straight games, which is very impressive. But let's get to it, right? Severino this year faced the Arizona Diamondbacks, and in that game, 5 innings pitched, 6 hits, 4 earned runs, right? So they've seen him already, they've hit him already. When we look at Eduardo, on the other hand, Rodriguez, I can pronounce that name because it's Hispanic, he hasn't been seen by the Mets this season, but nonetheless, I spoke about it yesterday. He's had 3 games, guys, basically, since he came back to the league. He faced Cleveland when they were struggling. He faced the Colorado Rockies, and he faced the Marlins, and he played well. Do not get me wrong. But the New York Mets are a different beast of a team. Now, when we look at hitting versus starting throwing hand, this is what stands out to me. The Mets are averaging 1.6 runs per 9 innings over the last 5 games versus lefties. Arizona Diamondbacks are averaging 8.6 runs per 9 innings over the last 5 games versus righties. They've already seen Severino. They're a great team at home. And along with that, they lost yesterday, and the bounce back factor plays into this card. Arizona, after a loss, 14-9 record. And they're better at home at bouncing back, guys. So I'm a big fan of taking Arizona Diamondbacks in this spot. A lot of the money and support is going to be on the Mets. Severino, they won yesterday. They owned the matchup altogether. But we got to look a little deeper than that too, right? When we look at bullpens right now, which today's bullpen is going to be used, Arizona sees righty. Severino will probably last 4 to 5 innings pitched. Eduardo maybe 3 to 4, potentially 5 if he does well. But after that, it's going to be a bullpen game that favors the Arizona Diamondbacks big time. Over the last 5, the Mets bullpen has not been as impressive as the Diamondbacks, guys. They're letting up 4 runs per 9 innings over the last 5 games. And it's almost half of that for Arizona Diamondbacks. So this line opened up, give or take, at -110. It's pushed up to -120. I do like the Diamondbacks in this play, guys. I think it's a very solid play as a bounce-back spot for this matchup. So Arizona money line, first play. Now, game 2, guys. Tampa Bay at Seattle, guys. I'm sorry to say this if you're a Seattle fan. The Seattle Mariners are a sorry-ass team, guys. They have great players, but their batting is horrendous. Yesterday, they should have won that game. Logan Gilbert pitched really well, and they just scored 2 runs. You got to back up your best pitcher, and they just have not been able to do that as of late. So let's pull up the matchups for this game before going a little bit further into it. Tampa Bay at Seattle, right? You got Luis Castillo today, which Tampa Bay has seen. And to me, I've talked about Luis Castillo quite a bit. To me, he was one of my favorite pitchers 2-3 years ago, and he's starting to struggle. He's starting to get older. He's starting to lose command easier later in the innings. And Tampa Bay is not a team that strikes out much. They know how to get walked. They know how to hit singles and doubles, and they know how to pretty much be a scrappy team. So I think it's going to be a troublesome matchup for Castillo with the matchups as well. When we look at Seattle versus Tampa Bay's pitcher, not to pronounce his last name, they've hit him a little bit, but he's just coming back from a Tommy John injury. He literally has 1 or 2 games under his belt, but he's a hell of a pitcher. This guy used to be a stud. Nonetheless, though, guys, Tampa Bay is most likely they're not going to be playing a bullpen game today. Tampa Bay starting pitcher will probably pitch 1 or 2 innings. As of late, that's what he's been doing. They're getting him back into the groove, getting him accustomed to pitching more and more. First game he pitched, 1 inning pitched. After that, 2 innings pitched. I believe versus Arizona, he did pitch 2 innings. So 1 or 2 innings we can project, and then it's going to be a bullpen game, which the way the Seattle Mariners are batting, that does not benefit them, guys. They are better when they see a pitcher multiple times so they can get an idea of how they're pitching. And Tampa Bay is going to throw the house at them and probably have 3, 4, 5 pitchers throwing at them. And Tampa Bay's bullpen is rather well, right? They've lost some key players. Their ERA over the last 5 games is a little inflated. And we'll pull it up right here on covers.com. But altogether, guys, I'm not saying that I'm going to take Tampa Bay's money line in this game, but I do like him at the +1.5, the run line. I personally think this is a game where they can easily win this game. But catching them at +1.5 at -160, I think is quite a good play, guys. I believe the line is at -160. Let's pull this up. Tampa Bay Rays +160, +135 right now. So this game, and as you guys can imagine right now, the Tampa Bay Rays are not attracting any of the money. 82% of the bets and 73% of the cash are on the Mariners. The line opened up at Seattle Mariners -175 and is currently sitting at Seattle Mariners -160. So Rays are catching reverse line movement. They're playing a bullpen game. Mariners are just struggling. They are bottom last in average in the entire season. They just have not found their groove even with these new players. Arozarena, he's been doing damage to this former team, and yet they're still not finding the way to win. They won game 1. They lost yesterday with Arozarena hitting a home run. And I do like the Rays at +1.5, guys. I think it's a good play altogether. Catching this team in a sense where just 2 defensive teams right now. And Tampa Bay Rays are scrappy. They can get it through. And altogether, I do like them. Reverse line movement, +1.5, lock it in. Arizona money line, I do like that as well. And altogether, guys, those are the 2 plays for today. Now, let's go into the Hard Rock, guys. Hard Rock, we see the lines right here. Currently, you see the balance. I started this week with the balance at $5,000. It's currently sitting at $9,545. Now, for today, guys, I will be doing something differently. If you guys do not follow me on Instagram, I need you guys to do that because that's where I'll be posting today's plays. You can follow me on AF Sports with double S. I'm showing you guys the screen right here. Or you can follow my personal profile at Fred Wins. In either of those, I'll be posting today's ticket. I want to evaluate a little bit how these line moves for these both these games. So I'll be posting it here. I'm not gonna rush to it and give you guys a pick right now, and that's just having discipline, right? So follow me on Instagram, both Instagrams, and I'll go ahead and post those picks for free today there. And again, guys, I'm not doing this video tomorrow or Friday. I'll be back Monday with this. Again, 10 spots, 80% off for 2 months. First 10 people to message me, MLB season pass, we'll get that pass, guys. And along with that, guys, invest, don't gamble. Think long term, don't chase. In this industry, it's easy to want to chase at every game. If you lose, you want to double down to see if you can get it back. Or if you're winning, you want to take it again to see if you can double your profits. And there's no better strategy than just taking 1 to 2 plays a day and not chasing, guys. I'll leave you guys with that, guys. I'll see you guys Monday. And whoever signs up, I'll see you guys this weekend.